Speaking of Marty, did you get to see the Dark Side of the Ring with him?
Yes, I did.
What were your thoughts on that? I didn't get to see it, but
my thoughts were I need to call Marty, make sure he's okay. It was a great show. I think it's always a great show, and it was interesting, and I learned a few things. But that sounded like the crazy Marty that I know.
Yeah.
But as far as at the end, they're leaving you with that suspicion that maybe the story of him killing that dude that tried to molest him might have some truth to it. I didn't expect that because I think he told me before, that it was bullshit, and then that was just his story at the moment, I guess. Like that was just what he was saying at the moment, and who knows what he says any other moment. So, yeah. They caught him pretty good, and I feel bad for him having all that pain in his feet, and I know that's true.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just the life of a wrestler that has kind of lived that existence has to be. I mean, it's difficult to not only survive but just exist after that. So.
Yeah. A lot of projects that I talk about with people never happen, or some of them are in weird, different embryonic stages of development, and it's like Eddie Mansfield, he's a producer, he used to be a wrestler and wrestling promoter. He and I were talking about a show very much like Dark Side of the Ring before Dark Side of the Ring was ever a show. I even shot like a what you call a sizzle reel, for a demo, and it was telling the stories just like this of wrestlers dying and getting their family in on it. So very, very similar. So similar, Eddie probably thinks that they took it or something. But one of the ideas he had was to do Marty Jannetty's story and also Matt Bourne, and wow. Follow them on the road at the time, which was, I don't know, it seems like it was like 7-8 years ago.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And the idea was he wanted to get the money and to get Marty the surgery they needed on his feet, and have that be part of the arc of the show.
Yeah. Well, that would have been great too. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you look back at like the movie, like Beyond the Mat and stuff too, and how they followed like Terry Funk around and shit like that. It's just like, yeah, that would have been a very different take with like the in-person slice of life kind of aspect to it all too. So.
Yeah. And these guys were still working, great little indie shows and stuff. So, could show the fall from grace to where they're at, get their perspective. But anyway, there's so many ideas for shows, like I said, that are sometimes pitched and not picked up or whatever, and this was just one of them that I don't know if it's completely dead, but now Dark Side of the Ring pretty much nails that spot.
That kind of hits that niche kind of thing, so to speak.
Sure.
I haven't. Have you seen the Tales of the Territories? The more kind of lighthearted one aspect?
I haven't seen it all, but I saw 2 or 3 of episodes of it. Yeah,
that'd be a fun one to check out too. I got to catch up on so many of those ones. But
yeah,
a lot of it to some of the points. I know Road Dogg was talking about seeing the. Oh my God, why am I blanking? The Candido episode. And he was like, I couldn't finish watching it because I was friends with him, and it's just a tough watch. It can be a tough watch, and I can only imagine. For fan, it's just like that. For somebody that's a colleague, sometimes that has to be tough.
Yeah, I guess before this show came out, I think a lot of fans had no idea how crazy the the road life is of the wrestlers. Like in general, and just they're learning a lot more about what's going on behind the scenes, which is frowned upon by the old schoolers, but at the same time, they're like. It's very enlightening, and just like always, I always think people should know history so they can see where we came from, so they can be cognizant of our movement to see how we are improving, where we came from, and then have optimism that we're going somewhere. We're not just here. Oh my God, this is happening. Yeah, but look what used to happen.
Right. Look at how far we've come from this to that. And
goes with goes with anything, you know. I mean, sometimes it's the other way around, you know, and you know, sometimes things are falling apart, and you see that too. But always about the bigger picture when you can try to see it.
Absolutely.